Yo, yo, it's your boy, not Coach Tomlin, back with another episode with my guy, Cody Brody. Um, you know what we doing, man? We're here to recap the game against the Indianapolis Colts that took place on Sunday. So, as it stands today, it's Tuesday, the trade deadline. We'll get into that in a minute, but we want to recap the game. So, after the rewatch, what were some of your thoughts?
The game wasn't as close as the final score was, that's for sure. Overall, the first half, well, really the first quarter, and then leading into the second quarter, the Steelers kind of looked like, oh boy, here we go again.
Mhm.
Until they kind of got into the groove of it with the muff punt and then the strip sack by TJ. But overall, the defense looked like what we need them to look like on a week to week basis. Now, not forcing six turnovers is never going to happen on a everyday or every week thing, but they look
Consistency
great.
we need. We need the
Yeah,
consistency.
exactly. We got the QB pressures that we talked about. We forced turnovers, which is what we talked about. Now, executing off of those turnovers offensively is important because anytime you force six turnovers, you got to capitalize. Like
Right.
that game should have been way more out of hand than what it was. Like yeah, we had a
Right.
17-point lead, but that could have been 24 points. So
Easily. Yeah. So initially, when they muffed the punt, we didn't even get any points off of that. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
that's a perfect example right there. We get the ball in the red zone, 0 points out of it. They were able to kind of find their groove, like you said, afterwards. And then the defense really led that whole game because we got like 24 to 27 points, I think, off of turnovers.
Yeah,
So that's what you need to do, right? We need the execution on both sides of the ball. We talked about that. We got to play in tandem. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Complementary football, as people call it. The defense get the ball back, offense capitalize on it. And six turnovers is crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's like we were in pretty good field position for most of them too. So after the muff punt, we didn't get any points off of it, but then I think that's when TJ got the strip sack right after that.
yeah.
And
So we muffed the punt, no points turned into that possession. Then the following possession, they faked a punt and got it,
oh, that's
um,
right, they did.
and then Joey Porter Jr. had the pass interference call, which I was like, of course. And then came the sack, strip sack by TJ, which really turned everything around. Like you think the
Yeah,
muff punt would have, but didn't get any points off of that. So the strip sack definitely started to elevate the Steelers to where they needed to be in that game.
yeah, and we've been waiting for TJ to make some noise, man. So, and the
Yeah,
play itself was like crazy. The bend he got on that and
I
getting
can't believe he
across with the
got
left
there.
hand, crazy. He looked elite on that one. We've been
No,
looking
absolutely.
for elite TJ to show up this year, so it was great to see it. Man. Like you said, we need some consistency there because um, the pressures. DJ looked lost. He looked confused most of the game. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And he also didn't really get mobile like that. I thought he was going to start scrambling a little bit more.
Yeah,
Which he
I was
should have.
surprised.
He looked really like uncomfortable in the pocket, but didn't do anything about it. So like with that said, yeah, the game definitely could have gotten out of hand. I mean, we should have put up more than 27. I think, to be
Yeah,
honest with
no,
you.
without a doubt. And I know we had a lot of points off turnovers, but it, points aren't just going to come off turnovers. Like we got to execute offensively before that too.
Right.
Um, like that should have easily been a 34 point like score for us at least, in my opinion. But it's not always going to be perfect. So I'm happy with the victory without a doubt. And
Yeah.
it was an impressive one. Like I said, the final score didn't indicate like what actually happened during that game.
Right. Like you look at the stat sheet, you look at Michael Pittman, he went over 100, and you're like, oh man, like
Hmm.
secondary didn't play good at all. And it's like, well, he caught one like 40-yard pass at like the end of the game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And shout out to Kyle Duggar, man. Dude came in
I
and
have that in
played
my notes
every
too,
single snap, I think, except for one.
except for one or two. Yeah. He stepped
And
up. He stepped up.
he played very well. We didn't hear much about 23 on defense out there this week. He gave up a first down or two, and then all we saw was him getting up slowly every other play. But other than that,
He
I mean,
got
I'm not
injured
going to
early with
complain.
his finger or something like that. And I was like, okay, he might be out. And then he got injured again later on in the game. And I'm like, bro, just take a seat on the bench.
Yeah,
Just
just
sit
chill
there.
out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to be disrespectful this week.
Yeah.
Just go sit down. Like,
Yeah.
go sit down.
What'd you think of Ramsey playing, the safety position a little bit?
I thought Jalen Ramsey, and so going back to DJ, I think Jalen Ramsey really influenced a lot. You know what I mean, in terms
Hmm.
of where Tyler Warren was on the field because he minimized Tyler Warren's impact.
Yep,
So
without a
like
doubt.
I think both of the safeties did a great job of that coverage because that was where obviously JT is the big part of their offense, but Tyler Warren has been a huge part of their
Hmm.
offense too. So when you can minimize the run and you can stop probably DJ's favorite threat, you know what I mean, his favorite target. They did a great
Yeah,
job of minimizing that impact as well as I think they did a good job covering the middle of the field this week. You know what I mean, which is something that's been a glaring issue for the whole season so far. I think they did a great job of being able to
yeah, I agree.
he was roaming back there, and then when he came up and cleaned Michael Pittman toward the end of the
Yeah,
game,
that was. Hmm.
I was like, I like that. I like that. You know what I mean? That's the energy. They said that he stood up and gave a speech prior to the game, the day before the game, and like I could see it. You know what I mean? That he had the energy out there that was necessary.
No,
Now,
absolutely.
I think we still need to probably go see about making a move because the secondary, everybody's banged up, man.
Yeah,
But Eccles came in and played very well as well. So I got to shout out
he
to
kind of
Eccles.
pissed me off with that last touchdown that he just like literally just gave up, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay, whatever, but like you can't just be doing that. But
yeah,
overall, he
yeah,
had a good game, so I'm not gonna like pick on him for that. But it's like, come on, you got to play through until the clock is at zero. So,
yeah. But even like you said, man, you should have put up at least 34 points. And Roman Wilson stripped us of that opportunity,
bro,
right?
I'm gonna move past that play the best I can because I was just infuriated when I'm like, bro, just lower your shoulder. You had the first down. That should be good enough.
You don't even have to
What do you
lower
play a
anything.
superhero for?
You get the first down and go down.
Yeah,
Stay in bounds and go down. Why are
yeah.
you going the opposite? Why are you going up? What are you doing,
Well,
bro?
that was a play that's just thank God it didn't affect anything like us winning, but it's just like be
Right.
smarter is all.
But if he goes down, right, it's about 3 minutes left in the game. He goes down. We run that clock down more.
Yep.
At the very least, we kick a field goal. It's 30-17 right there, right? So that's an even bigger score than what it looked like, obviously, because they came down and kicked the field goal. Then we don't like we're stressing out over the onside kick now. Oh man,
Yep.
they might kick it. They might get another onside. We saw what happened in the other game, the Cincinnati game, right? They could have ended up some
Yep.
crazy stuff like that. So like we gotta capitalize. And I know, when you got Ben Scrotum neck yelling at you,
Yeah.
man, like it's a big deal. Why are you jumping? Everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
we should have waited to the sideline. Like, no, there's frustration there, bro.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
could look at that
absolutely.
and call it a rookie mistake. And that's what we'll chalk it up as a rookie mistake. But like, this is a kid we've been fighting for to get onto the field, and then you do some goofy stuff like that.
Exactly.
People are gonna be like, see, this is
This is
why.
why. Yep. Yep. No, absolutely. What did you think about the Steelers against the run overall because they did a really great job. Although I will say this, Daniel Jones throwing 50 times when you have the best running back in the NFL is
Yeah,
like inexcusable if you're the Colts. So yeah, I get that you were down, but they never even tried when they were down by like 7 or 10 to really get
nah.
Taylor going, which is good for us. I'm happy about it, but
Yeah, we were winning by what, 10 at the half?
yeah, yeah.
You got to come out and try to establish the run. Like I don't know what they were thinking. It's like when we played Cleveland a few weeks ago. It's like give the running back the ball. The guy, that's the guy right there.
Taylor had
Um,
14 touches, I think, like total, and that's just inexcusable if you're the Colts. But again, I'm
his
happy.
longest play was like 9 yards, 9 yard run.
Yeah, yeah, it was great. They were. I definitely think the defense was all over the place, and they did a great job containing that run.
Yep.
But it
So
just
do we
seemed
have
like
to
the
give a shout out
Colts.
to Terrell Austin too? Because I
Yeah,
mean, I guess we have to, right? I
I
don't.
guess. Yeah, yeah,
But
we have to.
also,
We got to.
it's back to kind of what these guys were saying. Like we just need to play better and execute. Like, and that's what they were able to do. Peyton Wilson was a madman out there.
No, he
He
was
was
unbelievable.
everywhere. You know what I mean? Everywhere, unbelievable.
Get him
Jack
to play
Sawyer,
every snap if he can.
so like this is the kind of games we need to see. Um, but also, there were some moments where I still did see the linebackers kind of out of place and some of those runs, but the D line was just like menacing. You know what I
No,
mean? Cam
Hayward
Hayward
kind
and
of.
them guys,
Yeah, Hayward
Harmon,
took.
they took it personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nunu Benton had a great game.
great game. Well, arguably his best of the season, as
Yeah,
far as
so
as
like
far as impact goes.
yeah, those guys they played fantastic game on the D line, man. That's where we need it, right? The D
Yeah,
line, but also the secondary does make a difference too. Joey, Joey's real handy. That's what he does. But like,
yeah,
I thought he had a pretty good game. That defense pass interference, he's good for two of those a game. Like,
yeah. He
you know
takes
what I
his
mean? That's
chances. He's
yeah,
gonna, like
that's
you
what you
said,
got to
he is who
take.
he is.
Right.
Yeah,
We take that. and kind of everything else, lock everything else up, and we just kind of could go from there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I think that yeah, I think those guys really applied so much pressure early on that they felt they were a lot further behind than they really were. But
yeah,
for some reason, decided they wanted to keep the ball in Daniel Jones' hands. And then that's when I knew he was going to give us a pick at some point. When I
yeah.
saw him back there dropping back so many times, I was like, oh, he's going to give us one.
Yeah,
Now, when
there was it you that you sent me something, I think, and it was like we've seen this look from Daniel Jones before, and it's just like the scared look of like I have no idea what's going on out there at this point.
yeah, it looked like Renegade actually worked this time this week.
Yeah, early it didn't though, and I was like, oh, here we go, like this is
Yep,
that BS, but no, it turned out to be okay, and we did a great job forcing turnovers again on Daniel Jones. So, and I want to go back to Peyton Wilson because like what do you have, 14 tackles?
yep,
10 solo. He had the pass deflection that led to the interception. He had an
yep.
interception. Like
Almost picked six
that's
it, almost housed it.
I know. He has speed too. I'm surprised he didn't take it to the house, but he was definitely the by far the defensive MVP out there. Not even close. He led the defense
Yep.
beautifully. I hope that they give him almost every single snap because that's what we need out of him. He's
Yeah.
everywhere. And
He's starting to put it together, man. Like they still, like I said, man, they still got some moments in that defense where I'm like, all right, make like the zone drops, like when they're dropping into zone, like I
hmm
don't know what their assignments are, but they just kind of look still a little bit lost, you know. But
yeah,
also that's a part of the. I got to give credit to the offense as well because they're just when they know that's happening, they know where to sit in those zones. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And at that
Oh,
point, it's really up
definitely.
to the defensive pass rush to get to them. But like, it, I don't know. It got to be a combination there, man. We got to zone blitz it. You know what I mean? Change it up a little because there was a couple times where third and long, and he dropping back, and he got time, and then he could
Yeah,
see somebody, then he's letting it loose. Also,
Mhm.
fourth down defense, man.
yeah,
0 for 5 was stopping them on fourth. So
yeah.
like that's something that we got to try to clean up too. You know, because
Even on third
when
down, like I'm tired of the third down conversions, but again, it's not going
they
to be
didn't get a lot,
perfect.
I feel like
But
they didn't get a lot of them this week.
I think the first half they got a couple where I was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, here we go," you know what I mean? And it was
Mm-hmm.
annoying, but again, nothing's going to be perfect. So there's things
Right.
that obviously they need to fix on the defensive end, which hopefully this is the start of it. I don't want to
Right.
get too ahead of myself and be like, well, we're back. The Steelers defense is back because by no means is that the case.
No, because we
Let's
got
just
the
see.
Chargers
Let's just
coming
see
up.
consistency. Let's see
Yeah.
consistency.
That's all, man. That's all. Like we're not going to force 6 turnovers, but if we can apply some consistent pressure and at least play decent on the back end, give those
Yeah,
guys some time to get to get home because that's what they've been. You know, every offense
absolutely.
knows. Every offense knows if I just chip TJ and then get to the flat. So, you know what I mean? Like it's been
Yeah.
such a predictable thing. So for them to be able to switch things up, I even saw him and Herbie on the same side one time, in the pass rush,
hmm
and then they run in the game on that side. You know what I mean? Like get creative with that. You got a bunch
Yeah.
of guys that can get after it. So like get creative.
Did you
So
see
like
her big snap count? By the way, I have that written down too. His
I
her big
didn't see
snap
it this
count.
week.
I didn't either. I was looking. I was trying to look at it to see, but it didn't seem like he was in there any more than what he's been in the past couple of weeks. I could very well be wrong, but I didn't. It didn't seem like he got a
Yeah.
ton of snaps again. So
I saw Jack Sawyer out there a lot, which I'm
yeah,
not going to complain about because he made a few plays as well. He had a few
Mhm.
great pressures too that won't show up on the stat sheet because he was literally put the lineman in quarterback's lap. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So it's happened a few times. He's starting to put it together. The more guys we can have like that can put it together, the better. You know what I mean?
yeah. We have
Yeah.
elite pass rushers. There's no doubt about it. We just got to execute it and come up with schemes that can get them to the quarterback and not just rely on Highsmith and TJ to do all the work, and even
Yep.
Hayward.
I think they got 5 or 6 sacks, something like that.
hmm
So like
I
that's
think it was
big.
5. Yeah,
Because that O
yeah. No, it
line was
was. It
like,
was.
renowned as the best O line in the league. So to be able to get that kind of pressure is huge. And obviously, you can see the turnovers that come along with it. It's not a coincidence when you get a lot of sacks, you tend to get quite a few turnovers too. You
Yeah,
know,
without a doubt.
um, yeah. So we got today's a trade that. So at the time of this recording, Tuesday the 4th, the Steelers haven't made any trades or anything of that nature. Are you expecting anything to happen before the end of the day today for the trade deadline?
Man, yeah, I hope. So. I mean, I hope. I am I super confident. No, I'm not. I'm interested to really see who the Steelers target. It seems like Jacoby Myers seems to be like the guy that they will go after. I've
Yeah,
heard ruffles with Ryan Thomas Jr., but I don't think
I don't
that
see it.
I don't see that, and I don't see Jacksonville parting ways with him either. But we'll see. I really hope that we can land a wide receiver, and if it is Jacoby Myers, so be it.
Yeah,
He has talent. Is he a great number two? I really don't know.
right.
But it will be better than what we have at number two, which unfortunately is Calvin Austin. But he's more of a slot three
Hold
receiver. You
on
know what I
now.
mean?
Calvin made a few great catches out there too, man.
No, he did.
Calvin
But I'm just
Calvin
saying, as a
made quite a few
consistent
plays.
number two, yeah,
I know,
I don't
I
know.
know. I think that they might just be okay with what they got, man. That's just what it
Yeah,
seems like right now. You know, they MVS is officially a Steeler. He wasn't
that's
last week.
why I don't think they go after a
Right. He's
receiver now.
officially a Steeler now. So all of the memes with all of everybody else that was in Steelers uniforms, I don't know
Yeah,
that that's going to happen. I don't see Olave. I don't see Jacoby,
no,
whoever else, right? People talking
yeah,
about Debo Samuel. I don't want Debo on my team. Like we got enough chunky pass catchers. Like
yeah,
he's not gonna move the needle in any way
no,
for this team. I don't see it.
no,
You know,
no. And again,
they only
watching
deploy
this,
like four tight ends at a time. He's basically like another one. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's how I see him. He's not fast like he used to be. He's
yeah,
still injury prone. Like I don't know. If you're gonna do
yeah.
that, throw a six at Washington and see what happens from there. But like I'm not. Pat Frymuth is getting more involved here.
I like
So
that. Yep.
I don't know that we necessarily need to go after anybody big that we're going to give up a lot of picks for or anything like that. Not offensively. Now,
Yeah.
defensively, I would like to see them go get a safety or a corner.
Well,
I
what the
like
hell? We
Rick
let go
Woolen.
of Beanie, dude.
Oh, Beanie Bishop. Yep. I had Beanie Bishop in my notes. I'm really sad. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened. I don't know why Beanie got let go. Um, but it's a travesty as far as I'm concerned.
I really want to know the what happened with that situation and how he's not all of a sudden good enough when he had four interceptions as a rookie last year. Like I don't what happened. Well, like I
Yeah.
really do want to know the
So I think
backstory
at
and so
this
to speak
point,
behind that.
I think he may have asked for a release. I think
I
that
would have
may have
too.
been I think that may have been what happened with this situation. Maybe not, but I would have definitely been like, yeah, get me out of here, because like
If I'm
I'm
watching how Slay's playing and I'm not
I'm
getting any
watching
burn,
TV. I'm watching Darius Slay. I'm watching Brandon Eccles. Like y'all don't want me out here. That's what y'all telling me. Y'all brought these dudes in for this.
yeah,
Get me out of here. So like I don't blame him if that's how it happened. If that's not how it happened, I'm confused as to
yeah.
why that happened, because the cornerback depth that we have, these guys are all banged up at this point. You know what I mean? And like the last thing
We
you
need
want
all
to
the
do is
help we can
release.
get back there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So like I think that's where I've heard the word. I've heard Reek Woolen get thrown around a bunch of times from Seattle. He's kind of taking the back seat. They got two other corners out there that they rather have. He's been coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I think you could go get him for like a mid rounder. Um, that wouldn't be too bad. He's a young corner, tall, lengthy guy. He's pretty quick, good
hmm
hands. Um, I would like to see a move like that, or we could see what Asante Junior's got going on. He just
Yeah,
got
I was
cleared.
just gonna say that. I was just thinking about him. Yep.
He just got cleared, so call him up. See what we could do. You know what I
Take a
mean?
chance. Take a chance. Like
Give him a
he
workout.
was the top corner before everything happened. So like, why not go after him? Why not take a chance? And if it works out, then we're geniuses by getting them. But don't let another team get him.
Right. He'll
Because
get he'll get
he was
signed to
too good of a
Baltimore next
quarterback.
week or some dumb shit.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially because
Yep.
Baltimore traded Alexander. So I wouldn't be
Yep.
surprised if they went and scooped him up. That would be a very Baltimore thing to do.
hmm Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens today with the trade deadline. We got the Chargers coming in. Well, actually, we go into LA, so that's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
interesting. Prime
After
time
back to
game.
back homes. Yep. I'm interested to see how that goes. As far as like the AFC North looks like, we still have the 2-game lead on the Ravens, but
Yep.
Ravens looked, I mean, Lamar looked like
He's
Lamar,
back.
like he didn't miss any time. Yeah, which I knew was going to happen. I think a
Yep.
lot of Steeler fans felt the same way. And
Hmm.
now we just kind of got to keep that pace going, keep it at 2 games, because as the
Yep.
season goes along, if we can keep the 2 games and then there's 4 games left in the season, it's like, okay, now I have more confidence that Baltimore isn't going to pass us, and we still have to play them twice, so
Right.
we need to maintain a lead on them.
We got to
Browns
handle.
are Browns are shot. The Bengals are shot. Like
Yep. We got to
Bengals are
handle
giving
our
up 40 points
business.
per game.
Shout out to Chicago.
Yeah,
Shout out to
absolutely.
Chicago because
They
I thought they was gonna blow it, man. Shout
man,
out to Caleb. So we got to handle our business here. We
yep,
got the Chargers, then we got the Bengals again, then we go to Chicago, right? So 3 winnable games. Like we
yeah.
need to handle. We need to
And
handle
Chargers
business.
are a playoff team, so they're going to be in the hunt as well. So if the Steelers can beat them and then pass them on, as far as the standings go, like that's huge for us. So
Yep.
this is a big, big, big game for sure.
Yeah. Every game at this point, man, with the way Baltimore looked, every game is going to be important, man, because
Yeah,
we gotta win. If we win these 2 games. If we just happen to win these 3 games, which
which
they're
is
all
I'm
still in the air, to
holding
be
my breath.
honest.
Yeah,
You know, they're all in the air still, to be honest, because I don't know that this defense is going to be 6 turnovers every week up until that point. That'd be great if this was a turning point in the season
yeah,
for them. Um, if we just happen to win those 3, we going into things 8-3. Like that's a big difference. You know what I mean? In terms of
definitely.
what Baltimore is going to look like, because we know they're gonna be coming. They're getting healthy. We still got so that would be one more division game. So we beat Cleveland and Cincinnati the next 2 times we play them. Like we'll have still have a pretty
Mhm.
good division record,
Yeah,
and then once we get to Baltimore and Buffalo, we play those games at the end of the year. Those guys,
yeah,
their schedule's not that difficult going up,
Mhm.
going forward. So we got to win the games that we have in front of us till we play them, and we
yeah,
know those are always, take 10 years off my life every Baltimore
yeah.
game. So
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's focus on the Chargers though. Let's get that win in LA, and then let's go from there. It's a big big week.
yes, sir. All right, brother. So we'll be back this week to really kind of break down. I got to watch some Chargers film,
Yeah,
and
me too.
then we
I've
can
watched a
do.
couple of their games, but not enough to like really be able to see what they're doing.
So we
So
can break that down little later this week. But have a great day, bro. And
yeah,
we'll talk
absolutely.
soon.
You too. Definitely.
Yes,
Take it
sir.
easy.